beta. I've selected my car. So far from what I've seen, I really am indifferent about air races and the water races, because I just finished last in both of them. In the street race I got 4th, I think. And I could do better, but I can see where Ubisoft is trying to bring the realism. Just trying to decide what color to use here. What looks so far Ubisoft has done pretty well with this beta.
Cool. You know how we were talking about tricking out our rides? Now we've got the tools to do it at the house. Just no flame decals, okay?
Wonder how we do this. Off the bat, from the, like the first game where it felt kind of off, like where it's an arcade racer, but here it feels more along the lines of Forza, Dirt, and Project Gotham Racing. Controls could be a little better. It's awfully slippery to move left and right. But since this is a beta, I can't really say much about that. I better drive all around and see just how it works. I know that they brought back what looks like credit options, so if you want to get all the vehicles like that, you can easily do that and get the vehicles without having to earn money in game, but that's the cheating way, in my opinion. So far, the drifting option is pretty good. Unlike the previous game where you just slid everywhere, the drifting is good. Now I'm hoping that unlike the previous
you can
game,
open the map and see if there are any activities available anywhere.
They won't just force you to go online only, that you'll actually have a story mode. See, unlike the previous game where the map was so constrained and what looked like lifeless, it looks like they actually recreate every part of the California so far here, so I'm assuming that in the final game the whole US will just be a massive open area. Now, the traffic's more detailed. Instead of the boxy, cutout look like vehicles that appear on the original game. And there's no flat slab concrete style stops when you hit them head on. I can tell so far on the, what is it? Oh yeah, from what I can tell on the testing for the flying and boat racing, I don't like it one bit so far. Because it's just too difficult to get ahead. Just really sucks how you can't warp to areas, especially when you get stuck here. Well, stuck behind something you can't get away from. Ah, that's how we do it. I feel like I'm stupid for not knowing that. Now, the reason that the crew were the first ones to pop those because they kept including expansion packs in video games. Or in the video game, with the last one being the so-called Cops Edition. It was alright, but if Ubisoft had put it in on the first thing, it would have been more popular. Yes, I did pre-order the Gold Edition because I'm assuming, and I know that's a bad word to use, but assuming that they'll actually have more stuff to show off. Because it's stated that you'll get some special stuff and all, but I've seen pre-orders take a bad turn to the worst at times. It's actually detailed, not like the first game, the whole area around me. I'll probably make 4 videos since this beta lasts till the 24th. However, it'll only be a video a day since I thought I'd do this for about 30 to 50 minutes. I just get accustomed to controls because I played the crew quite a few nights to make sure I was prepared, but it seems this one's a whole new animal. I ain't much on missions because that's just boring to me. I like free driving though, because you can unlock new vehicles without having to do any of the crazy bullshit in there.
Hear that beeping? That's your radar going off, which means there's a live reward nearby that you can track down and collect. The closer you are, the faster the beeps. See if you can find it. Radar only works when you're on the move, so get rolling if you want to find the live reward.
Yeah. No. area. You can actually drive over stuff, I see. Instead of getting stuck on these little curves, you can actually drive over them. That's a little better than the previous game, because you get stuck on the simplest of bullshit. Where the heck this thing could be? Oops. See, it's gonna be that way. Okay. Yeah, then again, I can make that jump anyway, probably. Damn it. I really gotta stop hitting those vehicles head on. This must be the area. Oh shit. So that's it. This guy is helpful because of the traffic. See if I can Actually, I like the acceleration braking better here, because you don't actually get stuck trying to call into accelerate and reverse. Wow. Dig it. I might have made it into that traffic. Yeah, they just sit there, the traffic retarded, after they get hit. Damn it. I knew that was gonna happen. Maybe I could do this another way. Almost made it. Maybe I gotta try the other side. And then jump. But yeah, I think it looks like they've added stunt jumps that'll give you rewards. They could have done that the first time in the original game. Kinda like, I don't know, maybe Need for Speed. That's the far liking this audience. Hell, step up from the fucking Dodge Challenger that you started out with in the first game. Dang it. If I can get that way. Ah, son of a gun. Missed my turn. Hope the trucks will actually function like trucks. The motorcycles will work just like motorcycles. They won't work like cars but in a truck's front body, or a car's or a motorcycle in a car's body. That means we can only do it on that side. I might have to wait till I've upgraded this car. release now. At long last, you can actually pause the game, not have to leave it idle. Oh, that bullshit. Something that I really hated in the original. Games that can't be paused are an archetype of the single-player games. I like this vehicle, but I wonder what's available that can be bought. What that is. I can tell the map is completely overhauled. You can actually see where the heck you are. And the cities look much more detailed.
Hero in the house. Oh, I love this place. We can kick back, you can change your clothes, or swap the look of the vehicles bumper to bumper. Or you can do whatever else it is you do when you're not driving.
Change your
I'm not
color.
really sure. There must be other stuff too. This place is huge. I mean, just look around.
I wonder what we can do with the library. Looks like some of the old libraries are back from the first game. They look alright, but you'd think that they'd bring something unique or new to it. Now, a visual part. The part customization looks a lot better. Much better. It's much more defined and you've got a lot more styling. You can switch the color mirrors. Switch your skirts. You can put up a wing. You can also change your car's interior color. And you can increase its performance. All the parts are obviously a standard, which ain't too bad for a car with a level 114, but that still makes it quite slow. Nevertheless, so far, from what I see, Miami's getting a big makeover here. And if there are cars, wonder if there are car dealers. I better head back that way. There's the HQ. There's the Camaro ZR1, what it looks like. They definitely modeled it to look just like the real thing. That's basically muscle car there. Look like here. This is probably selecting here. This is classic muscle cars. or mid-sized muscle cars. They definitely defined each vehicle and made it look much better than it was in the first game. Right here looks like super advanced versions of the cars or drag vehicles. Yeah, that was a complaint I had about the Wild Run edition, was the fact you had to do these events just to fucking get this shit. And here are the supercars. Again, they look much better. The good old F1, the 12C, and the MC12. They definitely upgraded the visuals quite a bit and made it look much better. Now, obviously, I don't have the funds to get such advanced vehicles, but nonetheless, because if I go through this game, it'll give a lot more. Alright, Oliver, if you get a hold of him, can you let him know and ask him if he's up for co-op? He mentioned something about it tonight. Oliver, this open beta lasts until the 24th. If you're into racing games, try this game out. I'm just checking all the vehicle selections here. If I remember right, in the Gold Edition, get back to the, I pre-ordered that, so when the full game comes out, I'll have that by default. So far, it looks like I can't purchase nothing yet. However, they definitely did make the cars look much better than the first one. Let's see. Again, it looks like nighttime here has changed quite a bit. No longer does it look like it's pure dark. You can actually see where the hell you're going. Though, the really touchy steering, I got some words for Ubisoft because of that. Of course, this is a beta, still, but I got no problem with it. That definitely beats the arcade-style steering of the first game. I ain't much on VR stuff, however. If this did come with VR support, and I see that PlayStation VR is actually worth something, maybe I would play it with that, because I could definitely see it changing just how you would see the game. Looks like California's pretty good. Let's check out the rest of the United States map and see what's changed. As I remember, we started in Detroit the last time we were in the crew. So let's waypoint and head all the way that way. Gonna be a long drive, it looks like. But that's what I've been looking on. 67 miles to go. shooters, you can't earn money no more by doing free drive stunts, unless you're doing the live stuff, which is a little disappointing since you earn the money real easy that way, but this must make it a little more challenging to get more players in. Another thing I got sick of in that game was that woman consistently calling, asking when the hell we're gonna spend money on parts and all. I got so fucking sick of that woman. No, I like this. This is actually how nighttime in-game is supposed to look. Not the blind, dark-out bullshit that appeared in the first game. And the consistent switching between night and day. This is the highway system, and again, much better, because it actually looks like the actual Los Angeles highway. And again, but versus 4 years, versus the first one versus the Crew 2, here it's a much different. Feeling that the first game is gonna get offline soon, since all the focus is gonna be on the Crew 2. Of course, I could be wrong. Another complaint I had was the awful police AI. The cops somehow could not could somehow dead stop a monster truck by ramming headlong into it. But yet,
Every time you
cops
set a
and
record,
you
it gets uploaded to the live app so you can share it with your friends. Give
can
them
friggin',
a chance to beat you, if they can.
they can frickin' drive literally these cop cars, throw dirt, and follow off-road vehicles in their little cars versus them having pickup trucks. If you had a off-road Porsche or something like that. And yet, their pickup trucks can drive fast up on the concrete, but yet somehow keep up with Porsches. These cars can keep up with Porsches, Koenigseggs, you name it. This muscle cars, sports cars, supercars, you name it. It was just fucking stupid. So I'm hoping that they'll actually fix the AI of the police, if there is in this game, and bring something new to the table. Yeah, this is the redwoods forests of California, and again, it looks much better than on the first game. It actually looks like the actual roads there. Unlocked every single vehicle inside. The first game aside from 3 motorcycles, and it was a long process over about 4 years, but I did. With getting the last one, the BMW, around the corner. I just hope that Ubisoft doesn't fall for the sunny sunshine silly gag of giving players a false sense of DLC features and just dropping them just like that. Of course, I can't really throw stones since other companies do that. But they've got an empire going with the crew, much like how Rockstar's got an empire with Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption 2. But seriously, you gotta give it a rest at times when you charge a lot of DLC. Now, as I've stated with other videos, I don't really believe that the modern shooters are going to last forever, but the racing games are okay above the old ones. However, the idea of people wanting it all ain't ever going to last with this game industry like it is now. And there's a reason why. Because I can see the game industry right now is going through some tough times. The modern shooter just fucking sucks. There's no creativity, it's just the same old military bullshit. The racing game does bring new concepts, but aside from Need for Speed Payback actually bringing back single-player mode, which they should have fucking done a long time ago, the shooter's been sucking. The races have been okay, but they sucked online. The crew, when it first came out, it sucked because there were so many server issues. There's absolutely nothing to do aside from free drive and missions. And then it was only in 2016 that they added in the crates as part of the calling all units pack, which allowed you to go after players as cops and run from players as cops. It was nice, yeah. However, it was a broken system keeping your vehicle from leveling up. It's good that they increased the level cap to 60. However, another thing I hated about the first crew was that you could never get a hold of any of these monster trucks, drift, drags, or any other vehicle because the fuckers required you to get the vehicle unlocked with a starter kit through these summit events, and I hated the Crew Wild Run Edition because of that. It was just annoying as fuck. I hope that you've watched, but this is my first of 4 videos. I'll be covering more of it tomorrow.